We twist. Yeah. Twist the side kick is the same thing. We punch, side kick. Don't from there. That's not a side kick. Remember, you're right. It's just like a rising kick. So what do we want to do? We want to punch it. We want to punch that side kick. So we start there, and then we twist it. As we do a punch, it's the same thing. Yes. So I want you to look at your foot when you're doing this side kick, because I can see several people just. It's not enough to just bring it there. From there, no. Because if you're breaking something, you won't do that. You can't break that. You'd have to stand. And you've got to twist. Yeah? You've got to twist. You've got to do that action. Yes? Let's concentrate on that. Oh, before we do that, let's walk. That's right. Yeah. Because, you see, if we bring it from here, straight up with the side kick, it tends to be like almost like a turning kick. It's going that way. So that's why we're going to bring it there and then push it down straight. Yeah. Okay? Okay, in slow motion. Slow. Good. And the other side, so that you can see it back there. Other face. Good. Yeah. Just like we do the push. Good. And again. Yeah, please. Good. Set.
So 360 you'll keep yourself along your centre line and jumping over here. When you do it, obviously you're not coming in a big circle. Yeah, you want to keep it as straight as possible, yeah? So you almost do not move off that line. So there's no moving from side to side, it's just straight through. Instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to turn one and then back leg. So you're on your toes, you're going to step in with the back leg. One, now this might promote a reaction from my partner, especially if I've just thrown a reverse. You might think, oh, reverse is coming, I better move. Now I'm going to get him moving back, and I'm going to extend him with a back leg turning kick. Alright? So the spin needs to be fast. Spin the head round as fast as you can. 1, 2. Okay, but make sure, relax in between, then bang bang. The two movements as fast as you can. Right.
Put your boots.
One more step up. Just inspire and react to what I've noticed, how fast we can do what we want to do. Reaction time. So, 1 in and relax. 1 in, relax. Yeah? See all the fun we can have just with the time. Yeah? And then you try and accelerate fast control movements. Okay, if you've got a car full and you're constantly stopping and accelerating, then you use up a lot of petrol. Yeah? We're going to do that one next time. Okay, but usually that's the general sensor. It's constantly, so you're already in a flow, in a pattern before you throw your kick. So it's not a case of being stationary and then having to go for going at speed. It's a case of being relaxed, moving, and then your body's already flowing into it. Okay, so the next kick, partners are going to have to be quite good at this as well. From here, it's going to, you're hoping your partner's going to move back, so it's going to be step 1, switch the pad round, and then legs in front, so it's simply switch 1, and then switch 1. If you're here, you stop there, constantly breaking your rhythm, you find it's very difficult, okay, to tell when I'm going to throw my kick, because it's usually masked by my rhythmic movement and by stopping. Okay, and I can't really talk. So, alright, same with kicking. Try, for instance, if I'm a really fast kicker and he expects fast techniques, why don't you change the pace of your kicks? Why don't I do one really slow? Then come. Yeah? Changing your rhythm. It just makes that spine, it gives it another dimension for you. Yeah? You can apply it as a turning kick in 100, like I said, 100 different ways. Switching, moving back, vice versa. So, pads back up and just up against this side here, and partner pad in front of you. Straight up. Goes out, returns back as quick as I can. Right, so even though we're rolling it, get it to the target and back. Because if you hyperextend the knee, all you're doing is you're putting compression on the knee joint. No good feeling whatsoever. Yeah? It's a lot better to actually snap the kick in and out. Okay? There's a lot of journals on this actually, and they do say it's better to snap the kick in and out than actually compress and hold. So when you're doing this, chamber, kick, chamber back, step down. That's your movement, and that should be the movement you practice. Alright, because if I do this, and I push it back a little bit, then he comes back in, it's back in there for the second one. Yeah, so get used to kicking, bring it back to position, and from there, hooking kicks, side kicks, turning kicks, any combination you want from that forward knee position. Yeah? Must tell you, it's 20 past, sir. Back on, sir, you can come up under it here. One more time, sir. There. See that movement of the hand? Okay, exactly the same as a side kick, because a side kick is coming out in a straight line. So you can move around it here, you can move around it here, okay, or you can come straight down there, okay? Or if you lift the knee up, you can jam before he gets the kick out.
Everybody sit down a minute. I don't think they can quite sit at the back, so they do. Yes, sir, carry on.
Right, so the first thing would be jam. If you can intercept and read his movement, okay, and when he gets his knee up, you can close him. Okay, that's probably the most, that's probably the easiest one to do. Okay, just being quicker off the mark and actually closing down the technique. And obviously, as soon as you close down that side kick, you can come over with whatever you want, really. Okay? If he lifts his leg up and I jam here, with my leg first, I can always come over with a hooking kick, for instance. Or if he comes up, I jam it, I can always come over with a turning kick. Alright, so you can jam it with your leg, or you can jam it with your body. Really as well, just frustrating the opponent. If he's constantly got his side kick up, and you're using the ITF ring, and you're constantly moving from left to right, constantly change directions, okay, it makes it very difficult for him to follow, especially if it's a pump side kick. Yeah? So that could be also a way to do it. But then if someone's just constantly moving away from a pump side kick, there's no need for you to chase them. So I've done that before. Alright, someone just kept running away from me. And I was trying to catch him with a side kick, and I just couldn't catch him. Every time I chambered, he was there, and I was trying to hop along, but it didn't work. I was like, I just can't catch him. But then you can change that, because then you can just feint yourself. So every time he moves, you lift the down, you feint. You feint. No, I'm feinting. So if I'm going to throw a hard side kick, bang, you can always just feint your movement. So he's constantly on the back foot. Yeah? And then when you get the opportunity, you then hit him with that hard fast side kick. If he doesn't feint or move out the way quick enough. So, yeah, one more time. If I throw a side kick, you can always dip underneath it. Okay, you'll see that? So what he's doing is a similar movement to what he was practicing with touching the leg. He takes that leg back. So the side kick comes up, it's just simply moving as the technique is coming. So as I lift my knee up, he already starts his movement, bang. Okay? But for that technique to land, he's reliant on me overextending. If I remember we said about kicking and not landing down there, some of you are throwing a side kick and doing this. That's perfect for something like that. If I kick here,
because it's recovered.
yeah, it's recovered and he won't be able to get that in. But if it hits him, he's going to feel the full force of that.
It's just on the guard, isn't it?
Right, you can deflect a side kick. So if the side kick comes in, okay, if it hits you on the arm, it's powerful, it's going to knock you back and it's going to hurt. Okay? But side kick comes in, if you just move just enough out of the way so it's here and catch it on the end of the kick, one more time, you can deflect that. Right, but again, there's a problem with that as well. Because if I commit, he can bring that knee back and he can come over the top. Okay? So if for instance, if I throw a side kick in, you try and block it. Okay? If he catches it, fantastic, I'm going down. If he commits that forward arm, tries to block, okay, I can always come over the top of it. Alright? So it's important not to commit yourself to do the block as well, otherwise someone can easily just come up. Okay? Because if you create the opening by dropping your hand, you're open.